Hey, I'm Jeff E. Reed,
And I'm Keddy the Kedman Blumenthal.
and you're watching Unity Gain.
So welcome to episode 4. This episode's about a song we did called Fly Away With You, and we co-wrote this song and came about it in a really unique way. And we're going to explain that in this segment, our story, and show you how we came up with this song.
Hey, Jeff E. Reed here, Stone Puppy Records. I just came in the studio tonight to record my half of the story. Keddy and I decided to double team the story on this one and see how that works out. So my half of the story starts with a chord progression. I picked up my guitar one day and I played this. I thought, man, that's cool. It's weird, but it's really catchy. It's got a hook to it. And so then I got on Fruity Loops. I made myself a drum loop. And I wrote a little chorus, which is real simple. 2 chords. I figured that the verse was so weird, the chorus should be real simple. So that's what I did, 2-chord chorus. And then I didn't have any lyrics, so I just kind of mumbled along just so I could show Keddy the vocal melody. And then I sent him that recording. And within an hour, he had sent me a verse and a chorus. And so I laid that down. Since then, we've added tons of stuff to the song, And the song is just sounding great, and I can't wait to release it. Can't wait to let you guys hear it. Anyways, Keddy's going to take over now and tell you his side of the story, so thanks.
Welcome to Gideon Productions. Jeff just sent me some ramblings of some lyrics and kind of turned them into something. He mentioned something about September and a couple other things, Fly Away With You and whatnot. So I turned it into kind of a relationship song, and you'll get it when you hear all the lyrics. But there was something else I wanted to add musically, but it needed something just to set it apart. And so at the end of it, I put a gospel choir behind all the other sounds. And I'm going to isolate just the piano and the gospel choir and let you hear what it sounds like. And that's all you get. Back to Keddy and Jeff on the couch.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not really much of a story because we didn't really have a subject
Right.
that the song was about. And when I just sent you those lyrics and they were just kind of rambled, and I didn't really have anything. It was just a chord progression, but I knew it was cool.
Right.
And I kind of knew the vocal melody that I wanted to hear. But those ramblings were just right off the top of my head.
As much as I heard this as a Tom Petty, Bob Dylan song, I think what we did was really cool. And I still feel a flavor of that in it.
Yeah.
In the way you did the words, the phrasing, da 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 da.
That rambling lyrics I sent you, my voice was all gravelly because it was early morning or late night or whatever
awesome.
it was. I know it sounded so great, but I couldn't reproduce it. It sounds
Well, it
good.
turned out really cool.
Okay, we're going to break away now down to Gideon Productions and go into the studio and show you why this song is so cool, or why we think it's cool, in a segment called
Why It's Cool.
All right, let's get into it.
All right.
All right, it's going to start out here with it's actually like astronauts talking to each other.
And this is actually a NASA clip, you said.
Yeah, I took it from NASA off their website. I've always heard that NASA stuff is public property.
Taxpayers, probably. Yeah. There's that cool chord you talked about on the storyline.
Yeah, that chord progression, it came to me and really turned out good.
Sounds cool, man.
It was late September, I was hanging out. Summer's gone without a doubt, though I know it's so.
All right, I'm going to solo this guitar. This is the main chord progression.
Is that your art core?
That is my Telecaster.
I love those little minor notes in there.
Yeah, I got 2 guitars soloed. I'm playing these harmonics.
Oh, I hear them. That's cool.
That's all the guitars.
I love that na 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 na, that high end.
Little harmony guitars in there.
Harmony always lifts a track, I think, you know. Very
Guitar
cool.
solos.
Of course. That's why our songs are always 6 minutes long minimum.
And the bass. I'll solo this bass line.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
When I solo the bass track, it always sounds slow to me, like slower than the song's actually going.
Yeah. It's because it's such an active song.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on, all the percussion and everything makes it sound like it goes faster.
Yeah.
Waiting here for a brighter day where you can see what you mean to me.
You got your keyboard harmonies back there, or vocals.
Yeah, these are my TC Helicon vocals.
You smile at me.
Oh, cool chord. There's a little bit of a warble to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's added with the effects. What do you... I figured it's more like an instrument anyways, rather than a vocal, but
It sure supports the vocal lines, though.
Oh,
It
yeah.
adds a lot to it.
sounds great.
It sounds odd by itself until you blend it. Great sounding guitar. I love that little weird run. I always like the kick drum in this. I like how I just did the bump bump, bump bump bump.
Yeah, sounds great.
Wind blows in the sky,
I'll solo the drums.
Yeah,
waiting here for a brighter
the
day.
drums had a cool groove.
That is a lot of tracks.
So there's a bass drum, there's a snare drum, there's a overhead, and there's a side from the kind of like the Glenn Johns mic technique.
Right.
Okay, and then there's two mics, our blue microphones on the congas. Then we had two microphones on the timbales,
Yeah.
and then we had one microphone for a guiro, one microphone for the shaker.
Yep.
I think that's all of it. That is a lot of tracks. It just has such a groovy feel to it. So cool.
Yeah, so tell us about that choir that we're going to start hearing.
So I found this choir in my sounds, a gospel choir. I bought new software. I'm using Logic now. And there's amazing vocal parts in it. It's choirs. So I bounced it into my new software and recorded. So by itself, you can tell their keyboard played.
Yeah.
But listen to the sound of the choir. Overall, the tone sounds like real voices. There, that note, that chord.
Oh, that's nice.
I love that chord. There it is.
It's awesome.
you.
That was awesome.
It is so cool. All right.
That's one of the craziest songs we've ever recorded, I think.
It is, and it doesn't really fit in a genre too well.
I know. All right. And that is why it's cool. Back to Keddy and Jeff on the couch. You know, one of my favorite things about this song is the percussion.
Well, thank you, Mr. Reed.
It's so awesome. In fact, I talked about that, that the bass line even sounds slow when you solo it.
Yeah.
But then when you play the song kind of sounds kind of upbeat because it's all that stuff that's going on.
Until you make that connection with the bass drum. And the bass drum kind of fills that pattern up. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, that shaker, that has such a great sound. And just the whole percussive groove with the timbales and the congas, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It just sounds cool. It almost sounds Latin.
Yeah.
When you listen to it by itself. Yeah.
I had a really hard time figuring out what I was going to put because when you release a song, you have to kind of put what genre it's from.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so I was on the website just kind of scratching my head going, I don't know. It's pop, it's rock, it's big band, it's,
Yeah.
you know, what do you say? You know,
Yeah.
hopefully that won't make too big of a difference. Because
No, but it's whatever it is, it's cool. I hear
Yeah.
flavors of Nirvana in it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I hear the Latin stuff too, obviously, because I'm a drummer, and I hear that's my favorite style of music to play is jazz, Latin stuff. Heavily, but the guitars though sounded so cool.
Yeah.
You know, you had such great guitar sounds in there. So
Yeah, that was really fun.
yeah. Now, the exciting thing to me was in the process of this, I changed recording software on my system. And so I switched from Ableton Live to Logic Pro. So I got this software and I opened it up and I started looking at the sounds that it had in it. And it had all this world percussion, which included choirs. And so I'm messing around in there and I find a gospel choir.
Nice.
And there's something really neat sounding about a gospel choir. Yeah.
I know when you sent me all those tracks and I opened them up and added them to what we already had, there was a new milestone that had never happened in my studio, at least.
Which was?
50 tracks.
50 tracks, right on. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But the song sounds incredible. It sounds gigantic. And
I like the anticipation when the choirs are singing and it's building this momentous moment. And you know there's a slight pause and there's something huge after it.
yeah.
And Jeff lets out this Frank Sinatra note, holds it, belts it, just nails the note. Vibrato kicks in, it's gorgeous. And then we bring in the big band orchestra to end it. So it's almost like an old, 50s, 60s style ending to the song.
Even though I've heard the song 100 times or more, every time I get to the end and I hear that last kick drum beat, I always think to myself, what is this? I want to hear it again, but I don't know what it was, and hopefully people will be as surprised as I am.
I play it a lot in the background while I'm listening to it, while I'm doing other things, because I'm in my head, I'm working on it, Right. And every time it gets to the beginning of the choir part through the end, I stop what I'm doing and I pay attention.
Yeah.
That moment makes me stop and sit up and go, what's happening here?
Yep.
It's nothing like we've ever done before.
So, if you're watching this video right now, that means the song that this video is about is ready for download on all the streaming and download services, so go look for it. So if you dig the show, it really helps us out if you click that like button and subscribe and ring that bell. And every time we upload a new show, you'll be notified, and that'll be awesome.
Yeah. And be sure to make a comment in that comment section. We're going to randomly pick somebody and send them some swag. Shout out to Tammy Beckwith. She's the recipient of the Unity Gain coffee mug from one of our other videos. And something like that could be yours too. And we just appreciate that. We appreciate you guys watching us.
All right, thanks for watching, and
don't forget to push record.
Hi, I'm Jeff E. Reed.
Hi. And we're going to explain that in the segment Our Story of how we came along. Shout out to Tammy. Forgot my sister's last name.
Schwartz.
I don't think that's it.